no erebebo ani na yeso hwe sere ni me game ni bi na so no stadium ne capacity no ya de wo form kakra obawo modern latest videos awro na hearing update no all the eramu kama pa eri ama other matches ebekoso ye bre ne di ehon komo na afi other news no outro so the America fie na ya ba be din komo report bi ayenya Erifi Kumase Babara Sports Stadium no yebena yewramu ewo honom other news no ba obetimi ere abanra the sports ministry no eba babedin komo erifa the World Cup qualifier matches tour edaga na yanim no efirim paying for ne nsamo mo de baba be dom no ne nyina ebere na update no ewram etimi edi amao kama pa other news were na ato aso ere amao afri ne wa join here live on Fakye TV on Facebook ube search Fakye TV on Satoswa wa follow wa like wa share wa comment makase dwumadi no yere mo na edinti edu bebia mo comment ne ade a ehun hia yiye papa and afi Fakye TV on YouTube bonso no unya wa subscribe ne kama pa na ne ma de de amada de nyina ya upload e videos ni bi etimi ereto yen social media handles no Fakye TV on TikTok Fakye TV on Instagram and a Fakye TV our platform I would run a boah man did do so etimi eri emana fi X so no okwa Fakye Sport official on Facebook no Fakye Sport official and also betimi afollow ho na boah na bibibia adeda yi so no etimi edi ama usual lutari ebe call akoramu amanone my show Fidema Habib Mohamed Wana Ricardo Vra so better say pese mu no ye di romu kama pa etimiera ma ye producers no Ben Nas ye executive producer Gabriel Terebo the Chidom Ayu Kofi Philip na just the youngest ono so eticho boejuma boa ma ne makoye pa etimi erema MC Malik Gio Caesar a display omunyina boa na hihye no ye di erema etimiera ma the programs manager Abre Kuku Oche or you na ne read the voice eja come na chukwam siawa akiola na fi junior omna ke di aboma yeboa na tutuye no etimi adeda ye kama so no etimi area amount once again mo adwen chenembra jouer for Champions League Monday 2 ere match se beto dwaro sen na si hu no 0207543637 0207543637 me na on quick ya kwere ba press to be call Madi kesiera so still yera su jamu ebo edwuma boa ma ne makoye pere ma origin chenembra jouer for Champions League matches on sene bisi akọ 0207543637 0207543637 on Facebook or join here wana we jana boa na ne ma de ye pe timera ma ken bibi aboko de
nyame adom kwaku na so e
mezo mo eden na ma no ne ti say na ne meko
emu ode UEFA Champions League match day 2 shase in the 2 games early kick-off na uramo Kazakhstan eho latest day ba on say Athletic Club Roma Dortmund na Nico Williams ankobi ni nua panyini Nyaki Williams akasafa ho na William Saliba Ateta akasafa next extension on sempi dawa e de eba
Mate, Minizebe German man de akwaba ho. Enti Fakye rum ne enhwe seden sem no isi etie. Ne niama na isi ekọ. Aftenoon ba na bia fo na ba na afia to aso ture enko ama no.
Advertisements so na we na you be breaking it down. Na you touching it down. Na you knocking it down. Na nya dajajaja mu yompo wa no nsemo. Na mame fan to dwa eso Roma UEFA Champions League. The lucrative Champions League match day 2. And na baso na Roma early kickoff no no Real Madrid or Kazakhstan or Boca right Amate or no Epapo. Na me patro Dortmund asu ball signal Duna Park or ball against Athletic Bilbao. Na Urama Bilbao captain ye fed Iñaki Williams and what touch it down and a supporter back say na Nico Williams ni aketwano wo he yentim waya wademano.
Firma que cambia la la niña perfecta.
Eye tetetetea nsema boy na ye friend o eye Iñaki Williams pusansa o brother ye friend Nico Williams wa he na Athletic Bilbao traveling squad the APM was signal Duna Park Germany against Dortmund na squad no na 3 goalkeepers na utwem na traveling squad na boy na ye friend Nico Williams enya dese huni din traveling squad no admatima ye friend Athletic Club and I say Athletic Bilbao and Edeba na mame emfama so Roma and Roma tima ye friend ATM and ye Atletico Madrid almost some point na ye friend Antoine Griezmann against Frankfurt se otimishe go pe and Antoine Griezmann pe abakusem na so far was 200 goals at Atletico Madrid Bobo Kono so far Antoine Griezmann was 199 compared 200 and no airport amete me church am breaking it down na no trade to even Atletico Madrid training section Sadiano Pametima play for Alexander Solot or out on the game no went to MOB and from Atletico Madrid against Frankfurt na Urama after Madrid derby open eco praye and until Alexander Solot and Timo Pinaucha ATM traveling squad and also in Sempinaba ucha omwa omantuanka squad no and ye join tomantuanka traveling team no ankwanko pm na team Atletico Madrid video no and a dasoma rival wo team patcho omo hotel omba prepare for the numere omo touch it down so omo bakoroma ko relax comfortably set the player numere 7 p.m. game epetima fitam ama piaso twekama na opanyina ye fer Enrique Cerezo on your presido ultimately for Atletico Madrid na opinion was opinion na the game against Frankfurt then Advertisements and some opinion breaking it down ultimately say the victory in the derby was a derby bomb papa was Usha a Madrid derby and your constant as a Ubetima with him no head of any gamer on the Frankfurt as well and Adeba na mamma PSG Luis Enrique abra PSG team no as what touch it down our Barcelona head of China Enrique Lucho no ono stop here equatia PSG me patro supporters ni bi abra no ma bom wo kam wo ama biaso atima kama and we PSG team arrival hotel our Barcelona ni adema na mamita traveling squad Edmund PSG urama squad against Barcelona yawo Hakimi Ashraf yawo Boyna yafe Lucas Berardo Zabane Faberius Gonzalo Ramos Vitinha Likain Lucas Hernandez Majulu Nuno Mendes Bradley Bacola Sasu Ena Chevalier Zaire Emery Sasu na Safonov Boyna friend Shanghai Ena Boyna me patam pai Pacho Ena João Neves Ena Urama Omo Bama Renato Marin or Casquad no and your traveling squad training section no Roma the sports city omuja ya head of ochira game omni PSG na no Roma me pacho boy now you Alejandro Bade etumni ye training ama biaso aye kama still or medical clearance ese ochina obetuma jinoma simply mo afitam at the ama Barcelona head of omni PSG game na biaso aye kama na confirmed absentees aye Makandra test again Juan Garcia, Gavi Pablo, Femi Lopez, and Rafinha, Omo a placer, Omo out of Barcelona PSG, Omuntimon from Barcelona, and no Edel Pasadiano Pai, Meditu and him, I send Hansi Fleck, in the press conference, one Pedri, and a bar tended to the press, and Pa Omoko, now Urama Brisa Pedri, as a Barcelona player, as a way, a revenge, and was say Omo. Say a bad revenge as who at the Amawomo against PSG and who at Dempa and Opametimao as a PSG for some making it clear Abra Omu Jessia Omu Epapo Omu Peshe Edeta Barcelona Chinaro Omu Pomba Oshen Sa Jessino Omu Oshin Jessin Pair na Sikebe Pimno Omu de Akuma Zana Foundation na Bipia Sweatmaya Kama Abra Barcelona as who autographs Edima me pacho supporters in be na Roman pacho so far na Ninyan Sansi Fleck and suddenly one particular plan when it game plan to pay simwa tuma kroma ama boa me pacho koto wanya bino me pacho ko Roma aswo shema bo kura aso kon mo kanu fne bia tiase Sansi Fleck so pacho we Lusarike wo hunu me pacho Stala Sansi Fleck Edbewram anu Edeba na Fleck as Barcelona coach as so say omupehia Robert Lewandowski and Ferran Torres will game no throughout or some presence ayaduma na ochina and obeu de obesha say Robert Lewandowski Ferran Torres why and obesha say no Edeba na osomye Barcelona always biano omoye top favorite na ekwanwa na superior team ya tough opponent edmo Barcelona omo ebehwe ekombe faswa omba sano mama win akwadiama Barcelona eno Edeba done and dusted e confirm as Barcelona Frankfurt omo game no eno a Champions League game ebetodwa I was Spotify company empanyimfo enya the confirmation about eno e Barcelona Frankfurt eno achiru Roma Olympiacos Copenhagen ni nyina no so no omo clarify by UEFA eno Edeba so na Barca Girona or match our Spotify campaign about Barcelona Girona and no Edeba Olympiacos a game on Barcelona October 21 our Champions League and no a match and La Liga in November 1 and also Spotify campaign a better na Biaswa Yakama na Mami Juve or placing training before or air travel copy Spain or Villarreal and a pepper now Juve omu training na Urama Beneve Kefran Turam Adesa and also still doubt na net one to me anya training with the free Juve Pami Chamo na anopina me touching it down Atima also Roma San Siro yet Milan City Council Akotwaba ese omo ebetimi aton San Siro Stadium no at the ama Inter Milan nitima you from AC Milan so Roma team friend Inter omo prepare ahead of game ebetodwa omo Slava Praha natives as usual game pia betodwa both team panyin for etimi Asia na omo akoditi kakra na omo titi nkomo ahead of the big game entino Roma me team ayakama na Roma so far San Siro se Milan City Council enya avoti ese omo paton edama Milan any into 1,500 seats in a program na almost cost about 1.3 billion euros and Omodwe Stadium now and what construction begins about 2027 na Omodwe 2031 na new San Siro as what maba na Biaso Ayakama na Mamiro Mofiara on manager your friend Marcelino was in easy and yes sir was Juve was story Juve Omia powerhouse world class players na physically omo eyade omo solid team na omba prepare and omo edia fi switch na enu en somebody to Antonio Conte and ebisa Demisiah Conte esa obe change formation and we will see omba na against Sporting or say Sporting or excellent team na eyade sa omo dia to suku omo ye tam kwekwe entombe twa from Sudabi on kan sada na Conte was already wa face Sporting CP Abrano Tottenham na oseno kra obekasa na mom ohwa group na eyade se emo den and some odibetu dwan no na mame break way down esa obekaya ebetodwa esa na no Kevin De Bruyne ne substitution boy no eje no ma bia na ninyo na Antonio Conte there was some solve issue no Abraham kopiem na Conte na ensa jofo busano was say on play bia onim ni bia no bo fan bo fu wan na dem se juve mpanyu for Fred Demisiah Conte and Fred De Bruyne and settle case no amicably am bia so to my fine no the top so mami Arsenal training was sober and Uroma Noma kama atma Arsenal Bonne Pero and Kapi or no antimanya training farmer Arsenal team no energy now omu trainer doing training on set William Saliba or your why standing contract now for the next 5 years now Arsenal for Esla Prom Bonne Chomu Bonabaso and a son of congratulations as well standing at Arsenal about Mama Pia Swatmaya Kama now Uroma Boyna Kasa William Saliba was say the best place to be Arsenal and Saliba no was the best place to be Arsenal until I stand at Arsenal. Now Mikel Arteta Aswakasa about William Saliba. Now Okasa also very happy. Esa omu ekipu befa William Saliba. Abra Mino Kasai where stand at Arsenal.
Signed a new long-term contract at the club. Just how big is that news?
Yes, big news. Very happy. Congratulations to Willie. Fully deserves this.
They say the spine of the team. There's quite a few players in the squad now who have committed their futures to the club for the long term.
Arteta say there be news be no any pamienu na enu Piero and Kirby any no ni Madueke still omo out and Kai Havertz so still omo ehwe se be bia betuma kama enu Arteta nsem no na Uroma ne Man City trainer Erling Haaland onya happy change group na training Erling Haaland no omo na training group bi City training na onya happy kra eno ene dama group na no na so free joining another group now wakasa about the relationship was say a romantic relationship the gift was say a bit embarrassing say oban beka so ogun anima say nanso no ade so mo pagro na edru baby a omo po Minecraft omo popo na omo ehwe some body houses any normal na was say a ba omo kwam fa so twempna girl na ehase omo nya no mpo team ba ko brana a team no na no bo na was gun in the can testing Isabel and a testing first and was share a mpratwe moves na say and on so bode what you two mo as a biabe kama and ensama Erling Haaland e dia to try job na Rodri mame emfama as returning to Man City squad enu mo a obetuma patuma am bia so kama na Ryan Sharky ono de outer want to emojuma enu so far the 21-man squad Man City edi kopemo Monaco akobo Champions League amabibia eswa ye kama na the traveling squad Uroma na say na esi atie ye wo James Trafford Ruben Diaz Tijani Randes John Stones Nathan Ake Matteo Kovacic Erling Haaland Jeremy Doku Marcus Bettinelli Nico Rodri Bernardo Silva Josko Guardiola Gianluigi Donnarumma Salvino Matheus Nunes and Nico Orelli omo and so far 21 players Pep Guardiola edom Ramo Stanley with the second eno Monaco eno Deba na mami breaking it down Kazakhstan say so Roma so far a couple 36 minutes now so be 1 hour na kakra na game no etima shase eno Real Madrid itima Kairat Almaty na supporters more than thousands and a gate na stadium for 23,000 na nipa yeso mo person muram no 30,000 and the excess of 7,000 obia ese enya bon no be Madrid no be promotion supporters are Almaty entrance omu gate na no mo obia stadium atumera na uretima me ko market value just 12.75 12.73 million euros and we are Kairat Almaty market value no ready na my stadium kakra Almaty stadium no and a dasro ahead of Madrid game Kazakhstan stadium no ma ekukuna kwamo no ma debi keke omo hwe esempia baye kama pitch no we grassa na Madrid 4% komo etwaso kakra abra UEFA ntiase ese we no emiti UEFA omo pitch no grass no standard ne kama na mame ko Galatasaray na menya adwuma eso Galatasaray emfa emamo stadium no Ali Sami Jean Sports Complex na so prepare stadium no ahead of game ne Liverpool eso adiba pem so na bia so aye kama no ededa na Gattuso o pese ofre Federico Chiesa edene ba Italy national team October international break about World Cup qualifiers so was Chiesa so far obafero am a piaso ye kama na Rodrigo Bentancur ono so akakra no ajetum SNU contract or person at the Tottenham bobo ekono enu ye defro ba na me touch way down so romo sabi ye idiot so be 69 million pounds at the Aquafanic for Tamade was dear pana koda no and some opinion no so edia tuda na eguso breaking no down the meet some Victor Osimhen and na obetima asase at the ama tima ye fero me pacho e Galatasaray na bibia so ye come ahead of Ochina game na bibia so ko the mete ese later development no ese adese lineup no surprises obetima about attacking line and no e de free over na Bournemouth omu discuss ese omu manager ye feno Anthony Ariola omu ebema ni new deal na opanyine tumato so aboduma omu so madim komodu akira bibia betuma ye kama na foreign vet so far uramu a wuni akasa ese foreign vet 100 million pounds deal now Liverpool edene buy no one na damage Liverpool lineup no was it Kineke was anasto denebo wama Liverpool team enya balance yente Rooney
and 100 million pounds plus some add-ons as well. 6 Premier League games so far. What have you made of his start to Life at Anfield?
I think when you sign so many players and like Liverpool have and it's not, this is not normal for Liverpool. Liverpool don't normally do this, and they've signed basically a whole new front line. See where he fits into what Liverpool do in that system.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Is he a third midfield player? For me, no, he's more of an attacking player. So if I had to choose between him and Szoboszlai, then I'd choose Szoboszlai. Yeah.
No, I am Sama Rooney attitude about foreign vet. Ye jamu edamamo na uko AC Milana. Amu de minim sam kokra for. And yes, so omonto anase adufudi pe and omo pe omo se Robert Lewandowski o matse last season open season pana we pe summer 2026 or be free agent saje omo tabri Luka Modric setabri nwano ompaka kofa Robert Lewandowski edna pomo jide mapa ese Lewandowski ba Luka Modric betwa pass sene dia ko na tenana akasa na go no so na bia ye fa na Arsenal se boy na ye friend Bukayo Saka omo kasa omo pose omo tying it down omo ni new contract pose 250,000 every 7 days. Look upon Bukayo Saka, omo person mutimano, na biasu etimi ayekama, no ede eba, na Mikel Arteta, ese enukre, wanu watitibi, ese nkrofo keka, ese this particular season, ese ni excuses bia, ena sempia no na kwakutie, ena bretie, no, eno no edition team se ewose, waje major title, etuma Arsenal, eluntino gusa all body team no jide mapase kakrakra ebefa enu ensemo ranja tuga na romo Newcastle almost try second test for Livramento now no against Arsenal okoprae into omo hwase bibia ebetumi ayekama no man said the first test by na encouraging na uromo PSG Luis Enrique so far press conference no abeba so na ultra auditorium a ho ayekama obia aye ready eso twen eso bibia betumi ayekama kama eno ede dawa ye jeja mo breaking it down na ya touching it down na ya knocking it down na ye jeja mo yompo eso edama mo dwumadie no so Gilbert me pa cho Fabia Sumame Abraham Pia Delma so Roma Almaty Stadium no ma editam omanya twalight no eso ediatum ama biaso atimi ayekama we stadium na no manyina dedam abra players no esu ewram eno eje dedawo na utwe Almaty Stadium example omni Madrid game no bibia esu edidam eno eje dawa ye jeje ma breaking it down esu edamam ewo tumadie no so na ebrano ko utwe stadium na mami players na rival no so ne hwe kakra utwe game no Kazakhstan ya desa bibia eso kama no dawa ye jeje ma breaking it down na ya touch it about lineup no na yanhwe na yanhwe Madrid lineup no na bibia eso kama aba ntikwaku mame emfansa na the Madrid lineup no what the biaso e the amancrofo no unsampa team bia eso be kama Bravini Junior Mbappe and Franco Mastantuano and elite attack no na ohwe Adagule Chouamini and me pacho Ceballos so ewo mfimfio na so ohwe chiro a obo chiro na koto a adam na bibia so aye fine and Madrid lineup early kick off ebeto dwana bia so kama ntuma minyina so na amano nsama bra ya breaking it down attaching it down and knocking it down ejeja mu yompo no yemfansia na international ABOU DIABY ni team no emfa dia kanya ento aso emamo.
All right, so I can say a for Maluta case away Jan and also Abojma Boa, Mandia Makuye, Kama Pet, Mera Mamma, Dream Channel, Embrana, Emwa, Jepenena, Etimi, Ashasie, Zoenone, Dasono, Cotoa, Raul Asensio, De Barrios, Franco Mastantuano, Kylian Mbappe, and Vini Jr. Name that go for redeem means a match wezo. Yama odugo go esa starting ni na guys reba ombe na omo everywhere na boa na nema de ye pa etimi area ma Millennium Construction zemenka ever Josebra na bra be robo maso na boa na nema de ye pa etimi emfa ma na unkomo na ese nete ya kase opa dansie ho nema bia omo no obi enti oma gidi atumzi ebeboa na ne opa asase opese usidan opese oto odan na dada peso renovate a omo from A to Z omo oniama ni bi omo system ni mo 15 to 20 solid years a omo djuma na omo bone yade ano eden eboa manema koyie pe timiere mo bibia timi pa cho form number no ne omo ni nkomo na yembo na hihye no ende da ye kama pa entimi enfama de man nkomo ne ye denie ene eba ne ze omo into real estate development no omo ABOU edjuma omo na ye edeman nkofo mo omo ton omo dan na efe papa hostels awodo na omo ne di hu djuma eboaye ne kama pama bibia akoyere mo se menka emfancho ze mpo no o asase wo Ghana bibia na opeso mo Millennium Construction so moko ekokodi hu djuma de ma we simple kra ore form na ma ne omo nkasa omo mbo edjuma okuma ase ne nkranko a Ghana bibia ye be kone yakwa akujama ye etimiera ma kuma ase bo hye na Yas Junction only Millennium Constructions edin komana nema akoye de ama Millennium Constructions rebuild your dream romna nema deda yepa emfama Gentleman Dental Clinic maka zenipa o odoma o sene wo so dinini ezanze obi ohu a osi no di kan hwe so hwe na ombo modern di dwuma bi kra ya na edin so no be kasa ezanze fe osi na ugina ho ni nyina ni se unni ni se ne wanya ha bi osi ne ho a Judgment Dental Clinic Limited sebra ye bre na examination consultation no etimi akos root canal treatment no dodo musin no tumu zampa obre ya na kase ne hye wa untimi mbom tokra ba betom no edu anadwa untimi na okwa ebehwe na ye asese ohu behia se etu a doc beturi ama ho behia se ehuru na ebo modern etimi efele a obre we de ama ye scaling and polishing zene niam ye wi aya hohoro wanum ye oru wi abonse wanum wona da ho so opeso omobo modie teeth white ne de mawa ye bre na ye asoso area ma braces no maka zi oba kubu ho a eno no ya ge area tuma na jeze medicated e ba na ba beboa ma wo se no enya hoden sonko entize de namafo ne de bo life ni bi ntu se no bakusia uromo Judgment Dental Clinic ye beboa na braces area aboso area ma cha aboso me bakubo ze na aba besa so kama pa o se ni na atu na present no replace na your temporary one your permanent one ni you know mo hwe edi hu dwuma eboa ma so no nya ne kama pa makaze ya ye ntutue ni amfo ankwankwa e grabu hyeche example ni biya na ebasa e ha dwen kakra e na afi so crap ezo si siri good and silver o mere di ama dogs we ni nyina no wazi edi sika na eye ene du bebi a o si nipa de eba betu sika wa asasi so ye bekwaja no ntuba na usika nso kro meye di ama o wetwa ne kakrakra ezanse docs wo pom de no ya de ehia no unya ne bebi a Judgment Dental Clinic Ghana orwani achimo Bantama Street no Total Energy filling station no omo echi ope ena afesu techima so no orwamo magazine wa orwani achimo kenten kwan no so benya omo call for idia omo ben Central Police Station no ena afrawo OCGCB bank no tamale so no orwani chomo chushegu OC Post Office na omo ben MTN office no 0598 731 823 0598 na niamande da yepa informal to ma daroma ye baba be jamu bu ejuma no edema mamenko on your Facebook page or making kind messages kakra ababa be ram seta mo ako Murphy me da se why and Aaron MK good afternoon Abu and Fakye Sports Abu. As for now, Chelsea are not the world champions again. It's UDS. Today, Chelsea vs Benfica. Enjoy the best sports show live from GOPDC Limited, Kade Eastern Region. Real Madrid and Chelsea will lose their matches. You know, Eana Kunsuko Jokruno Deba, Ebabe Ramo, Avoda Isaac. Good afternoon, Abu. I hope you guys are doing well. We are doing very well. Ozzy, keep the fire burning. Watch you live from Nkoko. I'm Ike. Deba Ebe Ram Nanaya Benatin. Abu. It's always great listening to you guys. Keep it up. But this Luther King track there, he deserves some serious counseling before he release the full track. If not, he will be banned from doing music in Ghana. Fakye, good afternoon, Abu. I'm enjoying your show this afternoon. I wish my darling club Real Madrid all the best in their game today. Sir Bobo Aguna Odoben or Ebabi Rama Pirigu Chaka Pama. Good afternoon, Abu Diaby. I'm watching you live from Bekwai Bodoma. I was more update on Real Madrid camp, and I send my greetings to my mother, Ama Chineboa of Bodoma, MON-FRI and Odeba, Ebi Elijah Kwabna. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm watching you live from our new Longuru, Figo Ventures. More update on Real Madrid. Rhyme ranking. This is a wonderful day with a fantastic Abu alongside the crew on Fakye TV. Abu, more update from Liverpool and your crew. Amuma Sogasti, watch you live from Adria. I wish my darling club Barcelona will beat PSG tomorrow. And in fact, you guys are the best. Keep it up. The good work and greetings to all my workers inside Adria. Ordeno Bruno, the Destiny. Good afternoon, Fakye Sports Club. Ordeno Bruno, the Destiny. Watching the show live inside United States of Gas. I say from Winneba. MON-FRI Ramukakudeda Luta. Hi, good afternoon. I'm watching you live from Akima Kianse. Update you on Liverpool news and send my greetings to my household Kwame Blay, Barcelona fan Bakope, aka Kable. Francis Kwesi Ba. Good afternoon, Fakye Sport. I'm watching you live from Mansoda Tano and Afi Kadri Abdul. Abu, you guys are too much. Keep the fire. From Manso, HR Felix and my mother, Antimer of Geneso, Filippo, #Fakye Sport. Aram is done. Good afternoon, Abu. Update me on Real Madrid news. Watch you live from Asim Fosu and Afi Hakimi Hamse. You people are doing a great job. Keep it up. Amansi Hakimi. from Apam. And on the Ramu Sadiq Poba, I am Poba watch you live from Kwamai. I need more update from Real Madrid or boy Chucky. Nidia Rose, what am I watch you live from Transwa, La Côte d'Ivoire, and all the more fire no Ramu Adumba Brothers Collins. Also more update on Liverpool. I'm calling from a scene for su your day Ramu no Safo Kwamana more fire to give it to them woto. And also watch you live from West Doma West in Kankwanta, Hala Madrid Transwa. Godfrey entry. Ozi Ejumera Lutakin, well done. Prince A. Boateng, Yedi Hala Madrid, no Ramona, Samuel Kumi, Ricardo, Anane Kusu Kojo, Kromaze Fache Sports, Emuda Hoyopo, Bakope, Daniel Manu, good afternoon, boss. Update on Manchester City, and Oye Diodebe Junior, Sports Papa Obin, Ousu Maswo, good afternoon, Fache Sport, watch you live from Côte d'Ivoire, non Sony Diode, Ramonona, Free Cypher GH, Visca Basa, Zakaria Sedu, update on Battle. And Kobe Steve, the fantasy show is loud and clear. Inside Bibiani, more of him. Greetings to say Noble Cranting, the Oreba Babi Ramo, Ewan Afino, Solomon Kunsin, and so Momodia. Good evening, Oreba, Babi Ram, Timao, the Enembra, Berberna, Yakin Kine, Kama Pa, 8 the amount, na Abuana to Tiano, Akuyere Ammonia, WhatsApp line, 0207543637. And you remember matches, someone saying, NAC call. Ye na quick ye bape. Ebe ya phone ba na ya bomode na dia kibiano yet me edie ramu kama pere amanti ye na quick ye ba ya pe ye call na mpese mu no ato aso etimi era mamu.
Tilẹ̀ fọ̀fọ̀. Pólè ni wọ́n tilẹ̀ yànyàn. Káyé wò mọ́ yé.
Kama Prayer Team on Facebook. We're joining Fakye TV live. Greeting goes to you all, especially. Special is your boy Kwasi inside at table Bukumfia. How on the fear the buy Bantama Bequeen single Hala Madrid and on the hashtag #1. So gunshot body. Good afternoon. Real Madrid, the Manchester United. There's a gunshot message in your Steven Bosomche Abu. About you live inside a Joso. My name is Steven and I'm Isaac Boafo. Isaac Konzo Diana in your claim fan and mame ne adia. Emma Smith, the fry emoji seen about Baby Ramna Owusia Comfort. Good afternoon, sir. About you live from Dome Bear Poso Comfort. Need your ram no Jaffet Amankwa Owusu Tofik. Miame Ofarono. On the name of our joining me over, me ciao pa, why? And I wish you good afternoon, Godfather. I hope you're doing good. Keep up the good work. Fani Dino and Timmy Amba. Good afternoon, Abu. Liverpool tries Galatasaray apart today. You never walk alone. Also Dino, Wanfa and Ramo. Good afternoon, Abu. Fakye Sports Papa. Greetings to Ohene Kwame from Pona Santia Kim North MP. Liverpool all the way. Eja Dan. Edifi Jansa Gideon and all day Ramo Ewanum. Good evening, Abu Diaby. You are doing a great job. More update on Barcelona and greetings to my wife, Helena Corbin. My name is Boat. Helena Ejo. So, hi, good afternoon, Abu. I'm George watching you live from Wasa Tobias inside a Japaye Enterprise. Marie is going to win by 5-0. Your day, the buy and on my darling club Liverpool is winning tonight. Biaga, Akim Masafo, and on the Ramu. Good afternoon, Abu Diaby. I'm watching you live from Zabo Zongo. I wish both Black Starlet and my team, Chelsea Football Club, the best of luck in today's match. Apirigu Chakapama. But say hi, Abu. No matter what happens, Real Madrid, we are winning. Apollo 16 this season is your boy, Jima from Moshizongo. And on the Eramu. Good afternoon, Senior Abu. Barcelona is winning tomorrow's game. Ishak inside Jima. And on also the Inter all the way. One funny Dino Amba Machiavelli. I was here watching live from Sunyabi saying, please update me on Man United Ruben Amorim. Please tell us that the code we need some on Dododo 2. Or now I hear the amount. Hi, good afternoon. PSG win. Any Diodi Eramu. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm a die-hard Barca fan. Barcelona for treble this season and watch you live inside hotel room. Bio. Fantastic. Fantastic sports ala Madrid. No bomb there. No wedding pa. Papa. Nezo de uluki pa.
Thank you.
No looky sharp.
Thank you.
Kakraba on.
Kakradi Hukramba, you should not look like your condition.
Oh, okay. But when I can't move do pa.
A
new one.
Yes.
And these all your what to say your namuna.
Then right, I could feel make us in betrayal. So okay.
I make a crack.
Ababa ni we no.
Yeah.
You need to look good, you need to smell good.
Okay.
Emma will tell you no condition now. Obi unhu nka say yampa nipa yi ho bere ampa o yes yin obi ebere wado pia bontin a look good ona mu hu ne ma internet ne so amama ne top pressure bibire ma mo
that foto ne there there are more tie be bo mo get city kai mu twima stroke yi nko edua ya mu sisi nchemu era so da o na guys yi twini ade
ogubara so na no obebusa perfume and for you to say what the less than 1,000 Ghana o say
air freshener.
And I'm pushing about what we name your crowd.
You should be air freshener.
They require a air freshener. I'm seeing me pa catching we welcome to our brand TV DM was I HH no chira brand team.
Yeah, so
you guys spook you about it smelly good. Boys na they are there.
Come on, so I catch and say fragrance Kaguna sum fragrance or simple
on me
for 30 to 45 minutes I mean no e ben so na me brep pa
kafra
I recording tin no near man no mo ya na ready give it ya na wa call yen WhatsApp you know what checking him be here the room abi yen nkomo
okay yen nkomo ye ma hwefo akwa ba me gidi so obi an ho we are back and back for good and 30th September na me adom ye the 9th month ne so ba wie ye da nya me ase pempem so odi ya ba bedru adom ru ani nkrai mu na the last 3 months aka na yeah 30th last 3 months na aka
yeah we catch them say
Adura ne ke on the last 3 months na ka no ono fa wi na ewi afina somju. Kwaku we before say
positive so to MON-FRI.
Abi positive.
Also share na wa fear pa.
Also ya feel onye no onfa. The last time let me ni ha yeso be see machi say machi. Positive mamba.
Me wachi yie.
Yeso be say machi. Onye ni ye mamba me o say machi. Positive mamba.
So mate we as no bibinya
nti say maba me wo hose nti
so omo dress room on on the ne as Vinicius Junior na be captain team.
Yeah, Vinicius na captain.
O share or the kwechi na ha on the JC ne da ho no. On the captain samba ne ya de bia so den so Madrid no na wasama me time on call pitch no so na almost the enche game ne be chance e do capito na captain ama ne da ho no. Ne adia e ka ze Madrid di Barcelona de omo captains ne ya hini eto yes anki udu an kon captain Real Madrid da baro ye den eto na ato no na waman ba ko no so a omo ne nam pitch no so we se de mantina no but the house here be ba kwa no o wa pa o e ba bi adu Bellingham de da o wa pa o kwagu na no ne ya bobo ntimi wuru he de ma Alexander mini Messi su ne jina no Franco Mastantino. No so ani adagule.
Ono start
very mini Messi.
Money e din atunto atofo.
Franco Mastantino. Na be nkuma na BBC e kasa de.
Oni majuma.
So ya gwe.
Before say me delve into my main topics. Now I saw something our internet and so that caught my attention and there we are. Mental health is something I would say in you know fan because any pan address very good or okay. He look presentable, but deep down mentally, na nipa no battle bibia say one ben nipa na ntie na asem anaso wanyo obi ansusu na asem ho ene na nka ebe wiase no etimi kra de oyi ne eba ye won kofo bebra bibi wo ho anom peso moye omantimi anye they did not get the necessary backing any support in kenso ho no na nke bi omompa de foforo enye because of say omanyo obi a back omom omanyo obi ama na psyche omom nti abu omabam ama agiagu some of them ebi de dane sebensanom ebi de dane enubone ene ade be wias na ni padua na kra no atete apansam. So mental health is something anytime I see somebody talking about mental health, anytime me who so be bibi ade for mental health no, I pay critical attention to that because I'll see in na boa near getting the society back on track. Ede na akofo asem yaba Crystal Palace for ND image for building kama we ede ababo nti so kweku meni udi nko so production be din kan about me very well. Now this is it, Crystal Palace FC Academy. Now so we academy ya ede we under normal circumstances ka wu academy say ya obeka say ABA ede house nkwada na ya tete o and make sure say football no o betimi abo na o mabo ede akwa ni ba Crystal for say omo de we no omo academy already omo di grooming nkwada na dada. But sir, sports academy we as see omansi no omo de baba ya mo baba the first football club omo open a dedicated sports center for players after they've been released from the academy. Idea they say they want to limit the risk of mental health issue for players omo ye nkwada team no e release omo kokusa woni footballers young footballers edi nkoma they believe say baby wo ho a obekwa akosha ase wo do career na ebe sha ase no wabo edi to aso akwa akobo again ye obi mu nso wo ho a pra etimeba ombe ye bia pra ne nko club re hwe ka obo ho no ball na nkasa unti mo then oma release you say nipan if care is not taken or be traumatized ebe wiase no the potentials any vision na e wo no mu so obetimi abebo ball no anasa adwuma na oyi no betimi ya akonanim no na abafam ti Palace for say omo the sports center we e dia ba say we a young footballer na o Crystal Palace o pass it through omo ranks no say drew baby na club no e release you say baby adu no omo ntimi no wonya adwuma bi ma they are giving you this opportunity the next 3 years after you've been released. Palace for say almost sports center they always open for you. Come for mental advice. There are team of professionals omo ewo ho omo adwuma omo eye say wo abudi abi ne release you. Club no on kan ho bi mo de. But at least people should be around you to advise you, to guide you, to let you know say the fact that Crystal Palace team went me amono does not mean say your life as a footballer comes to an end. Your other clubs will be wa ubetimi akwa akobo. A time will come krampo Abia Palace no everybody betua sika e de ato ya hu players a omo youth team no man ntimi am omo ko baby ko boy ade sa team na na omo nkwada omo sha asifri etua sika kese eto omo e de back. Typical example recently Eberichi Eze.
Yeah.
He left Arsenal as a young boy now person of finding the way through and fan man but okoye no amount to be an Arsenal for kutia e dia fa no edna back. So Palace for say they believe that there are so many young people talent in the but because of enema bia omu go through nti say o free team no ma na na brabo no ba wi e siniti ase omu the facility we so anytime not only players are more Palace are more free okra na mom say wo UK okra na find yourself say what could be to be having what free mentally near mankoya visit their sports center. They have team of medical staff they will address whatever you are going through, give you the necessary advice and the backing, any support to be here in order to make sure say you dream your aspirations and what na obom pie say obet in future. They will guide you, coach you for you to become successful or any other thing. And I think that it is a right step in a Palace for Natiki. We hope and believe that other clubs no makana will follow this initiative and make sure say so Biba club no matter what to us life should not be over for that person. The person should be well coached, should be well managed. Say be ya ufriwa the career no bit my pension and that is it for Crystal Palace and how they want to handle the young boys from mental health and then moving from Palace na madin common Endra Luther a story Endra no pa no pay or repeat with an updated version we was here the home commodity actually say Manchester United hierarchy no a meeting Endra they've met already the other Ruben Amorim and then in call for now United hierarchy no advice Amorim say omo impose on him nemo momo suggest Ediama Ruben Amorim say they believe that baby anema na ekeka kono the earlier or twisted nsa no kakra no the better for ono ankasa the manager any club Manchester United. Because when I saw the story from Andrew say again grounds say Manchester authorities they pursue mushia Amorim no money didn't come concerning the tactics no me yam say me edema coach no the moment we a coach now who supervisors and as superiors ever friend say Brian no one trust near nin come from foul tactics so you see tactics now obonem work club no entity ye na koye ye suggestion no it tells you one thing say authority now starting lose confidence and trust in you. They want to give you a second chance with a mono opinion. If that do not also work, then bibia ni won't my than to show you the exit door. I think that Amorim Ayobia number one now somewhere denache before Manchester United hierarchy ever friendly for that meeting. They've already engaged all the players on Manchester United. I've said this here for weeks ago how senior players need to Manchester United a question opinion in tactics. And penny players not engaged and they've realized that boys not comfortable with a 3-back system and Amorim airball with the club Manchester United. I can't say Amorim want to convince us to say the coaching course now occur in again UEFA Pro licenses no and you be a one tactics pe enu sua ya na kweku coach bia our system bebre so over system A now farm wa or alternative there are option B option C ya won coaches so mo game am vary omo nsa no bebre but Amorim situation a different thing or say or you be a on Sunday or if you think that the system no any okay you change the man. And baby, Manchester United agency here. I'm tempted to believe that Manchester are closer to change the man than changing the tactics. So say Yaman advice the uncle back. He should move from the 3-back system to a typical 4-3-3 and now a 4-2-3-1 system. Our authorities they felt a no ever fitted perfectly into Manchester United. Omu players now omu hon. Do you need superior to call you and tell you say Manchester players no more kweku if you give them that rule and no more ever yield positive results. Not Amorim here obiana. I've explained this over and over. So some our clubs now bought players now even a bit more line here put 4 but omo call many man na ba be yetring omo wingers na some laterals na invertibration na United role now coach ne pen laterals the number 2 and the number 3 are not effective because amayen kofo so omo call many man omo invert machine fifi Now, a typical example, they be made Chelsea Kukure at the example at the mouse. When Chelsea are in transition, or only invert Ebeshe, then it will free one of the midfielders on one so that they will be able to go forward and support the attackers. Manchester United situation is different. The Obo Manchester left back, and now the Obo right back. And say United call my name Kweku, Omunyanko for me inverted. They are direct.
Yeah.
Omu call my name that way, and Omu can wingers no one and what effectiveness are wingers ni ain't member. Again, limiting Omu numbers are umbenya in order to create dominance, and also in terms of midfield dominance, ubenya numbers ni the doa about free the passer, the progressor in the team. Amana kone nim ultimately locating the players at the final third no because on the laterals no come anima omo direct omo be same and free the creatives in the team. Manchester Ebre we here anybody on top our club to sit you down as a coach, but as a coach on our backroom staff. With your video analyst, you'll be able to analyze United ball about progression and the Kenya club the first transition to be able to identify distance. But opinion not tenacity. Actually, about a situation club nimpeni for air friend I catch and say baby Adruno to someone sano once son ye be jaw quick we are there. Coaches be a Manchester job post opinion. Your friend is Alex Ferguson. Positions are about the club need ye ye pamo. Reading on your screen. When I need the award from the last person I need the award from or call from Ten Hag 14th. And ye pamon Emma or no Amorim Ebegino. 14th na Ten Hag ni jina ya ye pamon Amorim Ebino. Or by until move Manchester in free 14th no. Ye bought last season we and just how no mudi.
Yeah.
You started a new season. Still Manchester United have been placed. I was our same position. So what it means is that Adena yentia that they wanted Amorim to come and make sure say obe go ahead and answer above Juma already did Ten Hag and opinion by untimi bia. So clearly our club not no take a decision. The entire Manchester Empire Amorim asset and net 30th in his contract it is stated say Pamono below 1 year the club will pay £12 million. Say Edru November 1 clause ni activate Manchester Pam reference Amorim from November 1 to just 4 million. Economically,
oh okay,
it makes sense to say September we October 31 days. Ebi wo mu de but Manchester for not say the pros and cons and we say in the October you are about a week or two for international break. You be break yakwa international win but the matches now October no also but then said that also when they do the permutation the plus and minuses even if Manchester lose games now October ni mu nyina with another manager on board the club will still survive relegation. So why don't we cut costs, maintain the manager, sit him down, tell him to change the tactics. First point of knocking the door say yeah pamo ya ka just say so once say sano a wa be ya so den o say sano na efa then penifo no will still come back and say mpo and ya trend the oil and Amorim na minim how stubborn he is. I'm tempted to believe say someone ma catch and ba on father he will still stick to the back win even if we could game no sha say with the Omaka catch na yam mo game ni nko ani bibia oba switch back to the ono na full say wa practice okay. But come on, we enter October ni we. Clause net free £12 million, number £4 million. Manchester will fire him. Coach, ne yere say upon match no be drew fear. No aye din untimen kasa wa confused pressure e wono so. Players ne say omu lose match ade na oba quarantine on kaso obi a no wa basa koku wa lose on no ankasa ne self belief and confidence e bit mama na Manchester United adwuma no. There is no need Manchester keeping him.
Yeah, no say Baba say another young coach bisu career bi.
Kweku Amorim de say United I say coach bi a Amorim nya Manchester na say no one say no.
How?
Players na e wo Manchester no. Any ball na obo no. Kweku if you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. If you go by Rome, e be hear the Romans and fan more. But Sankofo at least gave us something to talk about. Anything positive about Manchester United, Papa we are in a negative.
I understand. I say on also more than a banner. Zeda be ask Antonio Conte asem. It is a Conte a very good pass or more with a free back system now. We zone the na not the war Sporting CP no. Unya Manchester City who the Victor Joker is more yes. But Waba United Oba no na chance no mozi onyo no na top player we ni ade genuine no man ko
to be abeka ho
still be what to be account MON-FRI. So then no why
me say the water aba ni still no the old boys na dominate lineup no be boana Manchester team nanka Kweku virus be sad no Kweku ma men pardon bombo sen kakra na memfa saade no bo me ne yenye sa adwuma so wo bo a 4-3-3 ana a 4-2-3-1
Pagubram on my lineup on fantasy
a 4-2-3-1 system.
I want to on fantasy.
So 4-2-3-1 and now 4-3-3. That is the perfect idea with me. We found only the other Manchester pool. And when you must say new boy no friends say Le Mans was some wine in the demo, say my end the demo, and you have a problem. Quick get a 4 players at Manchester United on back win. In 52, say ye Casemiro, any Kobe Menu. Ogati
send the WhatsApp.
Obebom as the double pivot. Free Bruno Fernandes as the orchestra, as the number 10. But Benjamin Sesko as the arrowhead. Matheus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, Oflanso. I was saying you been a fair amount tactics we.
What can I say?
Kweku, you give Bruno Fernandes the liberty.
Line up Manchester United line up my
So this should be United.
This is a perfect lineup for Manchester.
Forget even about the personnel. So the fans say me prefer Manchester United. Of course, I'm coaching. You don't know preferred choice, but should be in this system.
This week,
could this Manchester United team in your bad sir?
In FIFA, say Ogate Casemiro and I say Kobe Menu Ogate Kobe
Menu.
Well protected.
Be like this.
Bruno Fernandes as Obi Oye creative. Obi who a lot of passes. Sesko leader attack. Who Matheus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo Why do you restrict the creative in your team? To a DM with to the extent they say, say Bruno and Kobe Menu compete for position. Who the coach are there?
Not being serious.
What Manchester for the economically say Chelsea. Abramovich did this even under this management with Chelsea. And now any club are owns through sacking coach any secretary company or more permanent. But as usual, America for a prepare that now you can for sign a pepe mu pepe. So I'm going to run Manchester. I know nene governor me will and you know me the omuyi. They have tremor. Figure let drop free 12 and about 4 with what the engine. I'm going to be Janet. Watch it. We're overstaying the World Cup our club at friends Manchester United. And I think that the earlier Manchester should be the exit door, the better. The time now so. And I mean, you have a Champions League prediction and to us. I will not delve into the games. So games Barcelona in the Champions League. Atlanta, I will feel against Club Brugge. We call a straight win for Atlanta. Real Madrid, handicap win for Real Madrid against Karate Amatch. Almost some 3+. So Madrid win straightforward. Atletico Madrid enter Frankfurt. Frankfurt they will go, but they win for Atletico Madrid in that game. Bodo Glimt against Tottenham Hotspur. I think that Spurs what it takes to go and cause some sort of weak credit to Bodo Glimt. I'm going for a double chance in that game for club friends at Tottenham Hotspur. Jose Mourinho bridge to Chelsea. A 2-1 win results for Chelsea. So over 2.5 in that game and a Chelsea win. Correct score in my books. Chelsea 2, Benfica 1. Galatasaray ended Liverpool. Very dicey game. My time I will delve much into that. But a 2-2 correct score in my books. So I'm going for over 2.5 in that game. And then I wait double chance for Liverpool. So I'm going for a 2-2 correct score in the Liverpool game. Inter Milan, ABOU winning against Liverpool. And then Olympic Marseille, a win over Club and the Ayas. And then Pafos, Ewufi, by Monchi for the Bakwa. Harry Kane to score A.B. Nicolas Jackson, Benjamin, and Kweku Adam for now. Baba Benyago. So an avalanche of goals for Club. A friend said by Monchi. I'm going for a win for Bayern in that game too.
Mate, go.
Who one chair here for, and big shout out to my spiritual father, Sako there. You are doing the watching. I always say I look good in my suit. Me that's it. I mean, shout for the support always. I mean, can't humble via obia. Who? Me who club bia coach is a coach here. Almost celebrity coach in the chain Chelsea and Jose Mourinho. Yeah, me who be ABA obi be hu bia kai me ana so we be tap me shoulder no aka share me say e be a team we any coach we they are giving the same energy, they are giving the same vibe there. Because if you look at Jose Mourinho ne how at Chelsea son soro, and even when he met someone that is worked at Chelsea for that period of time, you know, now how na enkita hudi ni sitie any how no my siko ya. It should tell you the kind of respect Jose Mourinho woman the in conform no Chelsea paying anyhow we treating no. And even in one of the interviews that I listened to, Nensaba no can say some of the teams we are say when Ufriwa they try to erase you from their history, but he's not seen that team FN Chelsea move. Because if you look at how Chelsea is celebrating, even in omo rooms omo press conference near that, and sometimes our pictures are watching the trophies and so that should tell you that Chelsea is a team that omo adore Jose Mourinho. And so Jose Mourinho, he thinks he is part of Chelsea's history, and Chelsea is a part of Jose Mourinho. To some extent, he made Chelsea and Chelsea made him. And it's something that how our Reno Enswesiko. He's been at so many clubs, but none of the clubs and man that sort of a reception, that sort of respect. Maybe probably the size of Chelsea. Because if you look at Manchester United, you look at Real Madrid, the money there. These are teams that managers or more brow team. They will probably not give you that thumbs up and give you that respect. Now more no making merry near the day. But for Chelsea, they've shown Jose Mourinho love. And in one say he still be a blue. But for now he's working at Benfica and what the red color no and so but we're not coming to Stamford Bridge in terms of the last 6 versus Taiwan, and it's not being something that nice. Because Osher the last 6 now lose 4 about draw 2. But the last time he won at the Stamford Bridge was in the Champions League 2010. When he in Tamland Bar at Stamford Bridge. That was the time that Jose Mourinho but his same papa modern mean can be but this game mean who's a Chelsea be winning. Give me who's a Chelsea be winning. Because Chelsea now minimum mean to be grand trust on 11 be. Because in recent time, Chelsea actually said red card against Manchester United, against a team I friend Brighton. And immediately omudi red card no, coach no, obey PE master. Because odi red card now do say no more any nana say and coach na oye, a PE master juma na oye. And also the last 2 games, no nanko bet my new year after Chelsea did red card. So it should tell you that Maresca na accept it neoma. And to make my new year, but in this particular game, if you look at Benfica for now, they've not been in the best of shape. A year Champions League. They almost 1 game Ben or Mabo, losing against Karabakh. Chelsea lost against Bayern Munich. So compare 2 teams now, but Chelsea lose here, anyway Benfica lose here. No difference in your pet. Bayern Munich is a big team. They have quality players. People think that they can even win the Champions League, not Karabakh. But if you look at Jose Mourinho Benfica, no. Nanke ye Chelsea ne Benfica ne ebo a nke lightweight match the match me fe Chelsea, but Jose Mourinho fact I think say no do but they deserve to be dining with the big boys on the table, and now they are playing the Champions League. In the last 4 matches they've won 1 pair and no corner against Lincoln as saying for that match it's just say to me ade be pressure free coach. So me I don't support to be on the pressure on Maresca because we are over 2010 with Inter. Chelsea winning the Atletico Madrid and now Diego Simeone winning at Real Madrid. After spending that huge sums of money, we expect something better, something nice from Diego Simeone, but he's not been given that sort of result. But if you look at Real Madrid, it was not a flamboyant performance from Real Madrid. They were not playing and they were not convincing in their wins. But the most important thing when you go Madrid, and it was a chaotic scene at the moment, 5-2. And I let come Madrid for the share Real Madrid, and that is something that it should give Simeone some breathing space. But they've respected him and he's done so much for them. And when it comes to sacking coaches, she players or Tobaye spending our spending, any the kind of results of them, and he needs to do better. Frankfurt for a team that this season too they are flying. So what show games for my bonnet this season? Game be a mom crying 6 goals as saying, Frankfurt for no. If Omobo, so today is going to be avalanche. Simeone needs to add something to the Norman Away, and he lost at Liverpool. Frankfurt should be a lightweight for him. It should be a place where Obetimia started to get the mojo back, get the breathing space after winning against Real Madrid. When you win a derby, it gives you that sort of a confidence, that sort of a momentum, and he's gotten that in that Madrid derby. And today he needs to do something. One yes, now is going to be issue for Team Atletico Madrid because yet Tia Betena and Yekan and Echarno. Tia Betena obviously ye cheko
coach. About Spain on Debia Minimudin Commander Mecana Mode Mosere. Atletico Madrid season be Mutrium, and I can buy European competition. Oshaba slow now some more border. Oh, what notices are there?
My notices are there by a systems. That has made me believe. You see, Ubugana laid that system.
So one Real Madrid Boba or Bobo no man who say, I don't know, first 50 minutes one. Nay, Diana go beba.
Okay.
Pressure no more than Madrid no. Oshaba slow down. Opa Fesa Manisha Basuna,
and said okay. So a starting game or ball possession football or control game near the day. That game won't scare Barcelona. So when Barca started, now see a starting game. That's what Barca pay. And when he's preparing towards Barcelona games, he will probably not be thinking, say, I'm going to that game and prepare to suit Barcelona. And to the teams of the Barca, they decide to give that flair. No. Barca will give you what to. Because that is their system, and they love to play teams on bossa. To the time one Barca did not born in Tikitagano, Oshia, Papa Venga non super so Bobia, and who results easy. And mostly teams to Mushia Barca, they play that system. No, Barca to me do more proper position pa. Into our prepared towards that match on Fasa system income, and Edina Ebe Etimiahano. So I think that he needs to win against Team my friend or Frankfurt. And ye game that on to me and ye no my never be and so in so kwaku. MON-FRI Champions League in one. Nami nim komoka krabi komi say yeah maestro baba ye Champions League anymore. Bagaku Arsenal Chelsea now they want to do things the right way. Kwaku gone are the days when who's a player be peja wa Arsenal. The person will probably go as a free agent or a beton. But if you look at them, season we are so almost center penny me no we new contract. Yeah, that is a sign of a team that opposite will keeping the players. One thing that I was tasking Newcastle your players around any other day in their teams, but because they wanted to be big teams, they decided not to let the players leave, and that is what make you a big club because you will play against these teams. And in another than can't Tottenham any or Tony player them teams in England no. Or we king the team no there's no more and no that's how say. But for him to have decided on keeping players because last season when they Real Madrid Champions League game, Real Madrid wanted Saliba. Yeah. They wanted him, but now they want to bona. That tenor baba any power on the Real Madrid and the ultimate said, dear Yenny, not to have decided, say, not to have decided, say, yen keeping these two players no for Montana. No Montuaso, yes, Edgeman, and Farmer, Team FN Arsenal. I think say a thumbs up. Kwaku, the Manchester United legend should keep quiet. I've seen Rooney talking about Amorim, Rio Ferdinand, or Kabi. Kwaku, if not for BBI, me, I'm happy with what is happening to Manchester United.
Reason is it?
The way they treated Jose Mourinho when he said the gospel truth. They felt, oh, this is Manchester United, a big team. They didn't now say, what achievements, what also second. But that was the reality. That was when Manchester United did. Since that second position, when last, and I was a Manchester United rat off on him. The BSBM, ABOU ref for being coming. Since Jose Mourinho to also second now or call, you know. One was ABSBM or Manchester United. So that was the gospel truth. But they felt say Jose Mourinho na ball mu team na team no mo dia o mu na nim team no in some no man come from Anfa Jose Mourinho. When Jose Mourinho felt that some players are too comfortable, they needed to be disciplined. They felt that Jose Mourinho they say not here. But Jose Mourinho was giving them the gospel truth. He gave them that and they failed to understand. Now what can say be and for Jose Mourinho and say Jose Mourinho the achievement he gave them. The kind of points ultimate Jamal Mono. Men just was a coach behind your books say, our team my friend Manchester United more. So they are going to suffer. And me, whoever that decides to come to Manchester United, say yes, I would get to say why you being the man that we expected him to be. because Manchester United team near that one the kind of system not so it's not a bad team sir. Issues concerning the home in chain coach too he's been a problem or no one casano he's been a problem even if any other toes no cry as a win or say
Man you for that was why Man you for that was
20
a fine game a very fine why should be I'm share your WhatsApp ne kaka good afternoon guys you are from Adansia Tobia say Abu Mado ring by 4 goals to 0 greeting to my lovely wife Asantoa and my sons JD Menana from Akim Odan Madrid will win treble this season and I will also good afternoon Abu Hala Madrid de Ramo Ozi hello international Abu Dhabi great stars yeah Munjaisa why Munjaisa now school games is different from the national team now my yard the but aya Munjaisa Ghana because no ko yard there na man show opeze mo de be mfanton no padawa ye mfa no kwa o na zebizebu ko tuzi tikezi e wi ade a enya de ketwa ma uzi e bo coach Ibrahim Shaibu tanko abaso za agwa no so no we league
kwa no to ye no league to the best of
ya opeze mo de ba compare Black Stars lazy con o odun ko ofe nipa 30 something million Ghana for bobo abuchi almost the million man show select mu 23 e abe na omo go Ghana agwa ma zuere mo se select omo ya de ketwa
yeah, we made a fan compare and my pressure and brain national.
No, faso be any so. Compare investing games to a national international football. I to Nigeria national team be any other adena come so we are world champions and more but you don't compare investing games to international football. Oh my idea.
Oh yeah, my idea. When if you want a Black Stars or Cup,
me who be the Baya Munjaisa. Yeah, Munjaisa. Am I true? School games is different from the boys.
Yeah, more.
Why on your fair?
Oh, Debbie. So, Okase far better than Black Stars. I mean, in Yadrin. But so, Obe compare no Okase University na kwaji trophy. So, it is a wake up call for Black Stars. Those who win AFCON for Ghana. They are in Yadrin.
And only the craft and be cry. Me no nye way.
Media for the president to say say Team New Cry UDS is better than Black Stars, and they are not better than Black Stars team. No. But for him to say Wakwaje World Cup trophy, Intino is a wake up call for Ghana Black Stars to also win an AFCON trophy. And the men are doing perfect.
Martin Hemkwe, Yoko.
They have Indian common, I think, say, various about most of the matches now. So, Indian common from Liverpool and the Galatasaray game a bit to me, Ambasso or Istanbul. But then it's about almost so many years in a Liverpool to me, echo conjure that particular magic. Istanbul at the time normal against AC Milan in that particular moment in the UEFA Champions League final they were able to conjure that particular magic by coming back 3 goals down mutimi ebeteteya in the penalty shootout or mutimi edge at the core minima bibiako yedima Liverpool and they are going back to Istanbul after the Liverpool Football Club. You will understand say this is the 5th time Galatasaray and the Liverpool will meet Istanbul, but then when you are talking about these two clubs there were successive wins over the other club. These two clubs any most of the successive wins over each other. In the last 5 games Omutimi Abono, that's how they but the last time Omutimi Ebo in the group stages matches was far back in 2006. Of course, when Galatasaray was able to win Liverpool Football Club by 3 goals to 2, Ewo Istanbul Aomokoboye in the Champions League. Then apart from that, Liverpool in the last 2 games, Omabo against Galano, they have been winless in the last 2 games. The first match that they played was in 2002, and they played Ewo home, Omobo draw against Galatasaray, Ewo Anfield. And then in 2006, goes to 2. But so, a lot field called the Anfielder. They've played the last game Somabo in against Chelsea, 5 games Somabo, 3 defeats for the side of Liverpool, and then 2 draws PM in the side of Chelsea Football Club. Outside the kind of Anfield as a sports stadium, outside their home, they've not been able to have a convincing win in most of the matches away from their sports stadium against Galatasaray and Enyume. But then you are talking about Galatasaray. The last 3 games against English side, they've been unbeaten on that particular ground. Against Manchester United, they were able to beat Manchester United back-to-back in the Europa League. When they played against 13 games, Galatasaray, Etimiabo against English clubs, they've been able to have just 2 wins per Ewohonum, and then they've not been good in the last 18 games in their entire competition, being it the Europa Champions League, being it the UEFA Champions League, and also the Europa. Then you are talking about Liverpool. The last 14 games in the UEFA Champions League, DIABY, they've been able to win 13 games out of the 14 games in the UEFA Champions League. And they've been able to score 56 goals, and then such 56 goals, 23 matches are they were able to make sure some keep a lot of clean sheet within this particular number. Then again, in the last 18 games at Galatasaray for in the UEFA Champions League, they've been able to have a successive win, close to about 8 successive wins in the last 18 games in the UEFA Champions League. And you're going to meet the side of Liverpoul. That same club ultimately conjured that particular magic in the 2005 Champions League final against AC Milan. The side of Galatasaray ever be meeting the side of Liverpool Football Club. But this season, the UEFA Champions League, the first match by huge number of goals in this particular season. Nkoye in the opener of the UCL for the side of Galatasaray. This game means a lot of things for Arne Slot, because over the weekend, the match over the weekend against Crystal Palace, he was able to lose with that particular fact. So, come in the UEFA Champions League. That's when you had the first opener last midweek. That's what he made winning. And even in the second game of the UEFA Champions League, and then he have been able to make sure to go in against Galatasaray. He's going against this particular team and also winning against them. Because when winning, that's Oxan to concede, any that kind of lose against Galatasaray, it will mount a lot of possessive pressure on Arne Slot. So this particular game, according to some of the sources I may pick it on the ground, it is a massive win, and he is going on to win against the side of Galatasaray. Then you talk about these two football clubs, almost tactics and then on the field of play. Then you compare, say, Arne Slot using Liverpool Football Club, the 4-2-3-1 tactical system, sometimes about the 4-3-3 tactical system, can he be able to conjure that particular material? Sometimes he places the 4-back, so he makes sure say and done it the same number 4, but then it will change from the 4-back system to the 3-back system, or be making sure say one particular full-back will become an inverted midfielder just to support the midfielders as a 4 and 5 positioner for Liverpool, or make sure then the right full-back position will be Jeremy Frimpong as a right full-back for the side of Liverpool Football Club. Then Arnold as a right full-back midfielder. Now a free up Dominic Szoboszlai to go up and then add a lot of creativity in attacking third of Liverpool. But this time around, so we check Jeremy Frimpong on time Bono as an inverted midfielder, but sometimes Bono as an offensive winger just to double up with it when they are attacking against any other opponent since the start of this particular season. But in Fifi Honomono will be Sawunyo Andy Robertson. He doesn't go in much when it comes to offensive trade for Liverpool. Left fullback position, but sometimes he's still just in the middle, the left hand side of Liverpool, or Mankasa, or Mankasa, a left wing position. Then you get Cody Kapua in most of the offensive movement. Andy Robertson provided as a boss of Liverpool Football Club, and Sawunya Mohamed Salah at the tip of that particular attacking third. Sawunya Florent Vet at any moment in time. So on depicted horror spaces, our opponents debate major you get from Vet, you get Hugo Iketika, safe space available enough for him. He can thrive on some of the goals in attacking third for Liverpool Football Club. I expect Liverpool at any moment in time to score against Galatasaray, because in their last matches that they've played, although say Onya a convincing dominance against Galatasaray, say Arne Slot with the game will lose here over the weekends, he can easily win against the side of Galatasaray, and then Obitiminga that particular maximum 3 points to help him get into knockout stages of this particular competition. But DIABY, so we'll check Chelsea Football Club against Benfica. It is share the kind of coach obey Edema Chelsea. When Chelsea echo in a way of 50 years, no muntimeji the English Premiership, Satam Nana Roman Abramovich, I invested a lot of money within the football club. He needed to get one particular manager at the time now arising in Portugal. And Oyusu FC Porto to do all sorts of things in Portugal. Now Chelsea, it was very, very optimistic for Jose Mourinho to come in and announce himself as a winner. So most of these clubs are Jose Mourinho inventing as a serial winner for most of the clubs. You wouldn't talk about only FC Porto, but then the side of connection, he had that kind of small passion for the side of Chelsea Football Club. But feels so free Chelsea, it didn't share most of the football clubs. A preview of Chelsea piano of Sofa and San was a Chelsea Football Club. Or Sofa. So a camera say that kind of connection, the passion that a woman to know. Sometimes Ushia Chelsea yana egg crack. So it's much a Chelsea Football Club. Just like what I said. In the 2010 Utimi making sure say Obo against Chelsea, all used to Inter Milano. When he won against Chelsea, it was Stamford Bridge. He continued and then won the UEFA Champions League, making because in the last 5 matches at Chelsea, it has not been unreal for the side of Chelsea. Looking at Enzo Maresca, the kind of tactics Awabo, the last 5 matches, just a win penny Benfica. So can win against the side of Chelsea Football Club.
Mate, medasi pa mamre na yene on
Manchester United only so finish second.
Yeah, only so. That's on your second position be near anyway. The menhwe na menye na yembra na yenko kokura mufi. Good afternoon, boss. Congratulations to my darling club Asante Kotoko for advancing to the next stage of the CAF Confederations Cup. Fabulous, the best. Fugaucho Nkasi, no the Eramu times for Fakye Sport. Married win from Banyani Bakuniaba. Was it a job was already done by Madrid? You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Hello, Fakye TV Sports. You are doing a great job. Keep it up. Sika vibes from High Tension. Real Madrid will win tonight and will win by 3 goals. Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior to score good. You also at the Epa, no. And we saw the other. Good afternoon. PSG win. My name is Same so the also Madrid. My darling club Real Madrid is winning today. And hi, good afternoon. I'm Dan Gote from Teachman. Please. Barca is going to win tomorrow against PSG by 4 goals to 1. And Benfica is winning tonight against Chelsea. The fire emojis, and Barista from Kaswa Brigade. Madrid is winning live. Bonsu, Abu, you looking great. And I say, Unia, hi, I'm Oscar. I'm a Yankee Dove from Ahafo, Kukum. This is a new Marcelo from Benfica Padre. If there is the kind of games he will deliver during big games, then Lami Ama will retire your careers in 25th October. Truth to be told, Madrid team is a work in progress. So Madridistas should lower the expectation, thinking that the team is ready to face any club. If care is not taken, big clubs will expose Madrid waiting. I wish Saturday was an L class. Father, please spread my greetings to Ricardo Varas, Maestro Benas Nico, and my lovely man, Mr. B, the best predator in the world. Real Madrid will score 5 goals against Karat Amati. Yes, the son of Abu Dhabi, the CEO of Money Man TV. Aziz Morgan, the Money Man from Offensive Abofo. We did Morgan, Money Man. We did a kama pair them out there. Good evening, Abu. Real Madrid will win today from Honorable Sule Bobo. However, that United have been corrections at the Mamwa na Eboa na Bibia Ekoye kama on Facebook. Mary na also no mini kakrem for your man's do na edio mo de no abane na Yemrafi, name Dean Komo Kakra, Zanze, and now Fisem no doors of Papa Pani Neverna, Yabrim na Yatuasona Bois, Nanema Kuye Pet Media Ma. So on Facebook, messages are Bar Sisi Anamena, Menkin Kind Kobiji, Paul JC from Takwa Batuna, the Smody Collins, the fighting spirit of UDS team, and Obama the other Samuel Mohamed Goodway bro, Bagwezi was the first class and the other half in the morning, so we could. We could be a bit late, but I was there. Menyani NS Muntari Nyamene Hene. Watch you live from Finland. Hashtag Fakye Sport. Dominic Bafojo from Chima Yiribi Abu. Tell your God that only. Okay, I was there. Evangelist Eski. Watch you live from Mampontin and a Charles upon Swedi Biaba Babi Romo Kama Pa. Aaron MK. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm happy. Saliba signed his new Arsenal contract. Arsenal on the way. Enjoy the show live from GOPDC Limited. Kari is still rigid. Daniel Kwame Teriabu. Chelsea will win tonight game. I'm watching live from Kotokrum. My regards to all Kotokrum staff. A special one go to Mr. PNE. Diode Eramu and on a gunshot booty. Good afternoon, Abu. Real Madrid is going to win today. Diode also. Thank you, Ibrahim. Good afternoon, Abu. Watch you live from Yebi. And I say watch you live from Ponds Hotel, Bangkok, Orodifi, Amega, Moses. Hello, please. Good afternoon. 2-1, Steven Bosun, still Madrid. More fire. Jody Ben on the Yana on Kitui Yape, you run off your Fisemo, Atlas Kama Pere, Yabasisia. qualifier wafu zombi yene Nigeria na about the semi-final game. Ahead of the game, Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum.
Stage, if you don't score, you don't qualify to the final. We are aware they score. That's the main reason why we put them there. So I'm very confident, and they are also very confident. The entire team is very confident that once we create the few chances that come our way, we'll be able to convert those chances. So as the head, we'll be able to convert them. I feel good. I mean, Ghana, Nigeria at all levels, we all know how cagey such games are. Sometimes it goes beyond tactics. It's about temperament. Ghana, Nigeria matches are about temperament, character on the field of play, the belief, the aggression, the determination, the confidence, the willpower. That's all about Ghana, Nigeria at all levels, at senior team A level, at female level, everywhere.
As you know, your command, paying perfect Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum, at the AJLT and Common Odia. As a Ghana and Nigeria give no, and shed any baby say, Obejina baby no castle was our match with more quack common in your game categories and you're not telling me to me a qualify and animal other than Pedamon. So you're also German national issues in Anra. And to know, as in they assign a retaining. Now, the idea is that the U19 no or non management committee chair. Now, obey any Juma or Babe boy, you know. And no mukobu or Netherlands. Edomini, Esanchi mo Switzerland, Eko Kububia, Uiti mo boa, no ni Juma, Quadana Coque Hono, na chese, aso any papa near Bayern football no soa, or you build him the papa, that's will be so sportia, or back catch was a Juma Victory Club warrior, so ye near Modu Guna Kwamono, even a premier team, you know, the donor ain't yebin to pay for transia, and Omuzampa, a Juma or congratulations once again, Eddie and Yobitimaye. Na koswa na buejuma pa na obo erebo amaye football no efa ne tuma prefra no ewramu kama pa etimi ede mawo na sere niam esi etieze nyon nko na epimpa ye friend Enoch Ajari Ado ebewramu the vice chairman dia de Kuju Ohene Haruna Nanche no mpinfo awodo na ye mpinfo ani ye de omorams omombra na U19 boys no ye mehwe na the management committee no yenka Leslie Kuku Battles wona M1 ejumano enko kama pa disa prepe ena mun komo isi etia ye de edan wona aboa na hye no akoyere ma yenko yenim na yenin komo so yera so jamo national issues no na ewrera metimi e de ama de anra the honorable sports minister ebomodi edin komo di ye no was budgeter ene no efe ni de ram se enhwe na matches mi no e de anim no yesi na otwimu na ko tutuwa na pamfo ere omo squad no ebeba na de dikan no Honorable Kofi Adams ebomode kasafa budget na estimate na ye next match is da yenim no infinity ababa be dom na see enodi hu nkomo de che.
Today I'm also pleased to inform you that we have received the estimates for us here in Ghana. I must thank the FE for reaching that consensus with us and presenting estimates that falls within the range of agreement that we had in our February 2025 meeting. So meaning that understanding is there. For those who misspoke when we did what we did, the FA itself have responded very positively to the implemented. Truly speaking, no matter how sharp your knife is, it's difficult to find any meat to cut. An estimate that is within acceptable range. And the ministry had no cause to add any comment whatsoever to what was presented, but
Altia no your command e obo mode de jaye achechi mu kama paza ba na omo bebo efina ba so izan komo bia mre twem no mo di ye no ni omo gibibi bia et budget ni skasem na ewum no so kabuma and abeze $1.1 million na mom no ozi ye kwa amono ne ebe continue.
So the cost for the away game came to $733,000, but we convert it into cedis at the prevailing rate. Most of the expenditure there will be expended in cedis, except the away accommodation and the per diem that is paid the players whilst they are playing away. In for March day 10, which is our final game against Comoros, that also has room rates same. We don't have anything for flight tickets because what has been added here is that when you are hosting a game, you are responsible for the officiating officials. So that brought the total expenditure for our home game to $387,000. When you put this together, it comes to $1,100,000. It's fairly reasonable for now, based on the items that have been agreed with the play.
And on the ABOU room, Nina and Niamani Bibana, Reba, community, Muhia, na Omare, na Omabomodi, a few months. To see, and also Bomodi Chichimuche.
I took you through the processes of how we came to the budget. The estimates will come from the FA that we have given our national teams to manage for us. The ministry will receive, the ministry will look at it, and the ministry with government office of the president will see what can be accepted and not accepted. And when the approval is given, the letter is written to finance to release monies to the ministry for us to spend. And those monies sit here and we spend on the team. 7 and what? 8.
Eltiano, ye command obo de rija and am the budget nonsense no or sign my details bia details na no kan ye in place in my muni ade and also obo de chiche musi na no so to asomai.
The cost that we still have is to Morocco and stay there for some days and compete, and we'll fly from Morocco to Ghana, and from Ghana they will fly back to their base. We still have to pay for the air tickets. We also will have to pay for air not here and will have to join the team, and even those who are in Ghana here will also have to fly from here to Morocco to partake in that game. We're going to pay for accommodation, and accommodation payment rates remain same. The 200 USD for single rooms and 250 for double rooms for the number of days that is so needed. The meals per day, it's also 80 USD, 200. Of course, training facilities that we use don't come free, as I told you the last time. So $1,000 is estimated for that expenditure. The bonus that we paid for players remains same as we have agreed and as the FA itself have agreed with the playing body. The physiotherapists, doctors, and the analysts and all that remain same. The case officers, the masseur, the media, and all others remain same.
Here, Commander
Morocco.
Yeah, the old team, the minister, the Morocco, and all baby, you know. Yeah. And all can we on the budget, Banagan and Libya who call Mobodo team on that.
Like I did the president and which present. And by doing so, we must be transparent, accountable, and open. Let people see what goes on in governance. He has asked that we make everything clear also of our national team that was in.
LD, your command, no. T. ABOU, Otiana is the Honorable Sports Minister in Chimunaba. So 2 matches in a day, no. And they ever born while we know, or check it kana. There's a number around $700 and something $1,000. Who money at 300 and something. Or they are no crowns and any na or the Munchi Monitimiaba. Crobia. After Nigeria game no and on we do chroma 1 p.m. Tinra no man you in next one rest your china and on share preparations I say they are trained weekend the pound out of Lions games in any idea. But I say yeah na momo can say if you name one way no omo call Africa no mabo mo pa call Europe obo league matches weekend we are about midweek Africa no weekend obebo midweek we are no akwa but I say yen teams ni de o mama rest mama rest to be o matches ni mienu a obebo ne ade a the special mama chance o wona abram na o twa wo de ne mama ana maestro abana kwaku abana mama frefo no etibi abam tin ko na me za mate dodo na report visual na boba jezo ma be inspection bi o kuma baba sports stadium me ru anu gogu ye ze nya no kro
bibia sa ni ho
ti ezi bibia sa anko so komona no mu di ze calf pain for na pair work ha ya dia then was who dey na work for na here no and number be pusti Amrabat no di Amrabat
on transfer market on no di Amrabat 35 was 38 years the market value is here our transfer market is 260,000 it won't do even 300,000 timunya huna no
our team leader dey who a guy no Fenaziski
Stephanie Aziski
on there that guy ne there but work no tete work na e bodian na edwan na nyehu e bibi na nka we there but Chroma dey be mo match we dey mo maestro omo fa kwan bia so na game we mo no Chroma e be boa kro bia pa na ye koro mo koyo ma de huhu no Morocco na nkwa nkukunu hunu bia ne we ya we mu no dede no mo de be intimidate kotoko was that dede ne kwa menya so say team bia nya do Chroma dede na ayo mo ye no mo stadium no
the supporters ni nim say the 84 kra o mo nim ye the supporters o mo nim say the 84 abi ya kakra ya we see and Twinkle little stars, no, the very best of luck. Said the Prosper Ogu, perfectly stated. No, Ghana born Nigeria, irrespective of how you look at it from Ghana and Nigeria and airborne competition. No, and for only baby a airborne. Say him feature, say him fan. It comes with that natural. Say qualification is at stake for us, but bragging rights and so they are very very important. Recently. You know, Musiaya na ye BBO host. The last time Ghana born Nigeria, that is the Black Stars. Nigeria friendly Kobo US sorry UK 4 nation tournament. No, almost saying at least yenti and ha. Your love for the air, your love near Destiny or Mudia. TNT and ha is in ha Yamfanji and we watch the stars, the 2020 stars, and the very best of luck. I believe said the tournament, you can say is slow starters. No, yeah, starty but along the line. You have finished the qualification through the semi-final stage. We need to capitalize on that last match now, boy. You building upon that performance, ensure Nigeria in Buki take it to the final. So, yeah, we show the very best of luck for the under 19, from the under 17 to under 19. The under 19, I think that we could sometimes I know here consistency in what you do. One of the newly created national teams, no, and so where the U19. Since our Mukriti, then appointing the chairman, Leslie Kukuba tells, say, Onye the chairman for the under 19. I perfectly remember day now appointment in a call. So when he was giving his appointment letter at the FA Secretariat, I was there with him. The kind of conversation and then the MA so the truster, the FA president, and the leadership of the FA, and trusted in him. Said they believe in his capabilities and what he can do for the under 19. No. He should go there and do well. Could you believe that among all the newly created national team, the only national team that was able to travel outside the shores of Ghana for that 1 year period are the under 19? Among all the newly created and constituted youth team, among Kwane team too, wow, every the shores of Ghana. Aside that, even the NL that with the under 20, under 17, any the youth teams now on that 1 year span. When it comes to friendly, I'm call embassy, I'm visitors, and in the EMA was approved. But the under 19 alone, single-handedly by the man on your screen, Leslie Kukubates, was able to find a way to make sure that players are do echo the southern and then the northern sector, including the technical team, or they call echo ball or more friendly games, no, played against Zurich any other day, and they were able to even trash Zurich or more youth side by 3 goals. 1 Ghana and 2 Ghana into the process and any Emubia, including Abai. He did everything on his own, solicited for funds, and then he was able to get the team outside Ghana for friendly games. Or Mokoboy, Emupe, DM, was done by an individual. So, Ejumapa, we could I think that no deserve say another term. I was not so surprised. Say and run up officially the FA came out with another message saying, say, 1 year now, Omodema I saw there, but they are giving him another mandate to exceed for next year. And I think say step in the right direction. Now he's been added, and I said there are a lot of teaching my liberty youth. Omunyina meeting they are on board to make sure say your youth team no every team according. So young wish Omunyina the very best the minister. Any budget home and common. Now things are clear. You see, if you ask home, you say ebeni ebuni say them say ano baba ma abato say
kasa de ma abato.
Fine. Kweku say utie the communication now as compared to game 7 and game 8 communication are different nation.
Yeah.
Time honorable eba for game 7 game 8 ebe bie niema so kire say budget say near the donation was different from this. After that enkoma eba omayimu any data a course was different. After say obeye we no what is say obi abeka bibi
David.
What to say AFB Akabibi. And I said this when Obeka game 7 in game 8 if any this statement about one norm nam kwan so kobo child say omoba ombe respond make so mu ntimi respond we. Na a needless class ombeka sa asem. Lo and behold, omoba abonten till they did not respond to anything. And that was the best thing I know meeting me. We are in an era, the FA and then the ministry and then the government of Ghana, they are in good terms. Abayane try to make sure say your sports not only your national teams no anybody na sports in general football in general we kroma am can say me say obi oya ade ende no ochina wansua ade amfiri ade a oye no endro animu enyo obi a sabi why now you so person okonanim minister sat down understood said the oye no when you be more time if you want to time nge why don't we do it this time emra at least a very comfort of all casanimitie in Casanimudi, and I was laughing. Minister said, and found how sharp I was saying, our communication, dialogue, baby, akoso. The FA now understand the ministry position clear. The FA understand the position. If anything as saying here, Abayan also has been explaining into details, and near Mabia, ne set budget in the man, NTRC. Man for baby, ever cancel for those terms has been now explained in details. I remember the last time Mekawa said when 20,000 was quoted for and Yema unclassified, there were people who were saying, say, and say a cancer assembly crowd. And I'm catch us say, "Ooh, too quick." There are so many things that comes to bear. So unclassified need to be budgeted for. At a point, people did not understood it very well. It has been well explained to them. Now, Amotia says unclassified, they are very important. You only have to trust the purse holder. And I will repeat, the FA does not hold one peswa of Ghana Sika. One peswa. There is a purse holder from the ministry who holds every penny Ghana by every releasing. In the year $20,000 at was unclassified. Yako Morocco kwa Central African Republic. Ghana player bianco yare. BBNC. Ya bobo na wia sumdwemu per diem ye tua aduane ya winning bonus ye tua. Ya ba be drew 20,000 no. Enye GA physical. And this all trust to purse holder and say purse holder no enko hu peni bi ne nka so ye enko ka say Benjamin Asare na baby who team e top plaster 5,000. Purse holder already. But the corner BBNC our money comes back. Yeah, spend it. Again, Uber fee match na minister say I explain for and in the first one. I'm on the budget and about say $5,000 for bus fuel allowance. And I said it here, say Nipana or try the control say bus allowance on the cover the buhaha any ula balloon in about Kruma. If you explain say the expenses of officials and in the it is well understood. It is still in the current budget. Yeah, they call had my last match against Comoros. It is still there. But minister said officials they buy a form about how much you spend, but it is how you communicate to people. Saying any year into public now or musikana or spending now, people will understand you and they wish you the very best of luck. I'll be surprised to see ABOU obi ever walk quams and then you might be either we win away and ever fee Ni ya bookie a ticket to Mexico, Canada, any America, anima. Who is the Black Stars the very best of luck? For us, and take when it comes to changing of venue for match wedding Kenyabo. Okay, fine. But it will take Kotoko to write to CAF requesting for the club licensing, CAF licensing team. They said, ABOU, I'm force into Amumbra. That one comes at the cost of Asante Kotoko. Independent of Babaya inspection, Kotoko will have to foot Nipano the flight ticket in and out, or ban accommodation in the Mania. So it is up to Kotoko. If they think that Babaya Rai okay, they will write to the FA will request for that. Now,
Brother, now you're okay. But I was a Madrid I one, and Mbappe penalty were converted. I was Suja Pa. Brahme, uncle.
Perfect enough for him. I'm not saying say club football on yard or yard when it comes to club football. We should baby or shall see the free year. It was just an ideology system and another baby or not. So no offer right. Very good. So the same ideology system are omoted in crime making sure say the academy system no. They will bring in the gap between the academy system and the main team A proper. That was Coach Prosper Nate Ogum. The first system and now ultimate A supervisor. And then he came to Kotoko. About Kotoko, we saw what he was able to do with Kumanza Santo Kotoko. What I say? If we say that administration, and I am Ponsa administration, every need the Ghana Premier League, get the mark Kumanza Santo Kotoko. Administration be na ba with me the Premier League. New beer the Ghana Premier League. Abo Kotoko, to say the Jones abo, Akokono in the last previous years. And Nipo just that Premier League trophy the mark Kotoko was Coach Prosper Nate Ogum. And from Kotoko, Wakofa Jumano Eye. The time I say a the man say at that material moment, any honor or no, there is no pressure in what Coach Prosper Nate Ogum so. At Kotoko, I say in the first 3 matches, Ubetimi Elusu, and I say Ubebo draw consistently at the club. No, there's no way a club in the better amount. So at Kotoko, a lot of accusation, normal level against Prosper Nate Ogum, the relationship with players, the tactics. And how he manages the egos of players and other things and amount for a bonichu or kotokono. I think so to me. Now, when you're talking about the CV, now we'll check the experience that Nate Ogum in Ghana football and even as an academic. Now me who say kotokono M1 at this level. Omuye what Pierre a work Prosper Nate Ogum. So your coach, he wouldn't just come onto the touchline and then direct tactics and as a manage games. But then or one kind of coach, so he's not touchliner, and I said even in his dressing room, he makes sure so better out there. And some cry winning here the channel. He win and cry win here. From that particular level, no so what it's woman. That's a Ochiromo Diombe be or partners where I know very well say with Coach Prosper Nate Ogum, how he is that kind of coach or idealistic coach, and then he understands football and then he try as much as possible to coach this particular youth level no say or sa level na e ho be fatano e ho no mo ye
Ranger League no beba
I say me we didn't come out with Baby Go Stars obeba with Baby Go Stars but then so when he a problem no encounter Kotoko no he will encounter the same problem Baby Go Stars it is open year until now with the youth national team on developing a more I know very well say he is on a project
prosecutor organize a technical director that I be in a position. On I'm is all your head.
DIABY. When you coach Kitwa, and I make say problems now I encounter Kotokono.
Problem men will be no.
Some can be Wahanum. Me say accusation on level against Nate Ogum. 1, the relationship with players. 2, how we see abusing and I say allegedly or use against players. That's what was going on within the Kotoko team. And I'm saying it's a certain level of accusation in Barbontaino to me. As a coach in the first season of Kotoko, what Ghana Premier League trophy Diama Kotoko, no ban the second coming. Now Sanyama we Etotono at that particular hand. Me to me, the caliber and the experience when you with Kotoko no, not a degree the professional. It's a free Kotoko now so question the under 19 or under 17. It is good for him. It is good for him because additional was with in football no. Some crowd win here, Sadisiano. Because some crowd win, we want to was a chromadia or board, no so tactical board, not from so Munko Sadi will pack, and so I'm not sure. same penifo no more kotoko na se bi obi kobobo na odwene ne yere o da fie ho odwene ne ge obi on na keka to a obo match adwene bi ni omoso okay into a level when a yemano when he is able to achieve something better with under 17. I know say that even say local players, not say local coach. They will be the next coach for Ghana Black Stars. That's a coach person at Ogum, where the one he has been able to do with under 17. No under 20, no to me I want to be under 20. Say Black Stars, I mean coaching job in the Betoa, not to Ogum. People will consider him coaching for the Ghana Black Stars. So I believe that if he wants to protect his legacy, if he wants to protect what he has achieved in Ghana football, or maintaining that position. But I saw about back to Ghana Premier League. Never be any go start Jumedi the M1 problems near Tono Kotokono or be encounter double of that particular problems at be any go stars. And I believe say M1.
Matter why?
My name is Eden Nihobiem.
Reason is
They've shown clearly we are not serious when it comes to these games and how we manage these teams. Correct a year collapse in Kosovo. A lot of players born in Bongo to be into Munya. That guys, no man, they went outside on by they are into the team, though they are good players. But if you do that to make people feel say they are not important to the team, and to me, I'm not looking at Duamoye because Sadiana and the Adobe team say probably players won't be called on merit. Now it will get to a point in time. Your motive behind it, getting players outside the shores of Ghana for contract, no, a better for me because the players no come to me more. The people will ask questions when you present them. There be our car. I've been boniba or 3 months a day.
Now I mean, I
it is a bet to
maybe.
The shoe talking. Let's a the Gagakra. Be a what Jane say. Or do play an share national team name or ko bar or ko turner easy. But next time we no be contest and asem team gramo ko amon nyade enti ton no be form. So they should be very careful with the thing they are doing with the national teams, you know. But be a ho nanke maya Nigeria blasters top for more. Eya
ni obeku ya cho. We za 17 afi bi obubo. Ogu. Is that 17 times them FIFA they abam. Afi
but the best players were Ghana. On merit, yes, yeah, call up, but these are not the best players. But who want to so if that is how you be a national team, now me gradually get somebody can catch maybe some better name, but some of them are come KG and one tournament no bono. There are places of moon conquest scouting. How can you tell me to walk Bono of Akoye was walk of Bono Akakoye? So I was scouting the other day. Now man tell me table players go, Jimo players go, say you've not been there. What are you talking about? If you want to make your national team, you say more. Nancy Opashe, ye Jimone, ye Maman, players be about Ghana Premier League. Anyone would division one. So that should tell you that that is a hub for talent.
All your shows are from being so they are affected. We no see to say could from performance on a year scouting. Epic key players, but as you go fair and tournament. When you say for BB, no so need to be affected. Is there a new coach now? What to an amako, Patemuna players? No. Ebi a was silent wo high so ko ma wembra and also go for bibi en high
and or do a critical analysis of the appointment of young coach no so we obia what is a keto kreku now new football my football acha the appointment of your national team no what a second. Let's face reality and tell people the gospel truth. The appointment they do with our national teams, how on earth now be catch them and say or cancer mingle and your head coach, not some about your assistant. On what basis? That's one of fair Nakwana 20 near Namha or national team under 20. Is he the best brain Ghanaian football? Say the best coach, one coaching national team SMBC. So the appointment they are doing it will expose them. Intermedia Maka, these people that we've entrusted our football in their hands. Kurt is a fine gentleman. The people around him is letting him down. And for him, he decided not to attend to them. And the more reason why most of the times I can't say now I'm saying that what he carries he's a fine gentleman and he knows the kind of things are here. But the people he's entrusted to do certain things for him, and then letting it down. Into one year, to me under 17, under 20 money at that national teams, Kwaku me interest in the news because a one business no more. You can't be doing your business any money. When they come to the table and they only come out for now, that is where I come in. I mean, in the team. I know someone in the team or you good to na man and Bonyabimo and Bonyabimo, but he's good or won't. Also, yes, also no, that is not the case. Me say Onimbo. I don't want to mention his name. Me bonny say off air, me bonny the natural. Just do your background search. They are all strikers. It's not because I know him. Okay. Yeah, you're back with ya. Okay. Now, my back with you. And as I was near you, who need Bandina because in Kefan. Onimbo.
Reasons in here. But who's there?
Now reason it was
no, me the only advice I have the more on the say. So omuyim kwadani fima. Ebu aya omumo mu se bo no muni mo no mo yi o mo fi maybe omumo mu rebat. Inseri bo na kana nkra ne tia. Dabi ne betima be sali sugiri bi. Was African 40 ano mu di o mo atem ne ade. But nkra na aye ekono. Ebi mu ane mo mu koku mu under 70 on kwaku ebu o mo bampa.
So on the working. Kwaku si akasi e kan national teams na sem say yes me tena na kan national teams na sem bia me wie ya no na e ba be fama call because e be catch mami evidence which of course I won't be able to give the evidence because the people that omo can sem na no if you go to them na as o me can say atem no abras ma they won't tell you o me can so man can we anche but that is the gospel too. The kind of someone you catch players you are more treating him with the national team because you have power no when or succeed man you go to him for blaster scholar. For the Canadian, the actual.
Yeah, BDZ now. I mean, almost friend carry be almost quarter. I know we say we the woman leader. Na me then I'm worker. We dey la to what I do.
Ntina me can media speak for the masses. Into omunya na sa.
How do they come in my succession plan here?
Enya juma, you need succession plan. Obi ye call boy we. Okobro.
It's all call. No more corner cutting, no
appointment no. Or friend and crow for Mompeke. Coach near appointment of friend say players no call up near the identity moide de. In two friend was who me throw back with him say bias who will play a bit. But I don't know we need pantun to me now here. Into nya no so nya appointment no catch as a coach bias on friend. They na bro back and no get team or they buy. Ye national teams no ye hwehwani mu call up no mo ye ntomtumi ye call up bi appointment mo ti da bi appointment we de efiri suas but in future wo ho no enye easy team national team ne de till some people decide to make it a national cake obi abenya ne de accordingly if
no na eche
menim
maybe come na if president akata
under 17 and this
yeah maybe come na yo no am say 3
tukagwe the players ntini ye chese ye hyen a on show mo hyen say JM Jase den wo Cote d'Ivoire ho omon kola no mo ne bo connection to JMG on mom ko di 3 days 3 months wa kola no buy obenya Europe contract because they are doing things the proper way ye chere football hey en coach si ya hey odopa ni jam ni bani mu coach net me tie no mo bro yen Ghana wo it's because of call up for chere call up ntina mo say mo CV. These are the results that you get from national team to the bottom. Obian call up. Now will tell me say we are seeing now. Your national team here that way. The people who entrusted our national team in their hands are learners. They are gainers. When you decide to do that, we are your favoritism. Me too. I will not be giving you my full support because your business now here. Who can you can so unions and training can see me offended me so account time in the men can by media meka opa who me tell me opa block me now me host say what block me fa but the time buy me niska me cut off wo me magiska ho into the opa block me e dey ba say me dey no group man kwaku form
abi ala to house
no me yeah me go
that why so to all access why so I do already you then ga for nobody I want you to be the pass every day
they are one why you go we ball high to go dina mo fifi o tibo 10 to pass press mo dey ahini as man be catch ko be finish wa mafia menya o mo nim nyansa kan as papa ngina ntunufo na ne football career na ba za ne ye football ko
ya bo peso o me se na je alo wa ko
mo ntimi show mo be ma
Ghana intelligence Nigeria be show
Ayo
Nigeria I say be a man on very wrong Nigeria be show we show
yatia
so are you for dio money la come ya so dio money na no Nigeria e be dio money sa na e be yo mo adwuma
yatia
ani bra bere no ayi akwa na say ayi Robinho ya Ugabi
e be we na no zo
hayanamti be show ma member my friend phone bra na show ba na wa lo wa TV set no na what team ya na yakwa nim 0206 334747 yaza Allo za meton kan kola tebenka oh mama fa from me ba jo din ni baby afa ya udi ni baby
ma to pa me jo pa me ma kana ma la ya mo kan ko ne sa me so ntimi enye binti na mu ka sa na no ko ne kana fo yem de so bia ni e kwa so le so mo mpe ni fele so tu ka plus so kama gaina ya de masi
Mante, ya zo ya da semire na men fa foforo na yenku ani. Me ba jo din ni baby afa fi. Kola temenka. Oh. Me ba jo din ni baby afa fi. Hello Kola.
Hello.
Ya udini baby afa fi.
Oh, friend ni kaseti mase abranche na ben. Ruby ni no kero wakano. No kero wakano ba wende. Ya sta da ikare ichina ya ni bi. Ati ebuku. Nkrubi ni yenze bono no chino. Wache unu wa planu no bono ba no mle tukano akofo planu ya kana Ghana de otana ha boko. Wache chia befa.
Mate, beda se pa, me na me fa fofo. Me ba do din ni baby Alfrefi. Kola. Yeah, hello. Me ba do din ni baby Alfrefi. Yeah, o din ni baby Alfrefi. Yeah, low out TV set no na tie me. O din ni baby Alfrefi. Give it. Young kwedi, ma me fa fofo wa. O friend na wa low TV set na me come ni. Me ba do din ni baby Alfrefi. Me ba jo mi jo mi nia.
Ba jo mo be Chelsea dia na.
Me ba jo da bi Champions League dia me sro pa, why?
Okay. La se pa nia mo ye fine. On koso.
Mate, yezu ye da se. Me we na me fa. Ya udini baby Alfrefi. Hello. Give a do friend no low on the TV set na yini fish na me fa foforo why? Yes I be man we. Me ba jo dia ni baby Alfrefi.
Champion fantastic Abu Dhabi.
Yo, minua.
Go cinema mentia wa fefu nyina na member wa pato. In fact, Abi me bon na pato for in fact squad in the fact mo bom Muhammad Fanya Minshira. Senior na me kan say o say under 17 na group players dey ba under 20 ni national team.
No correct.
Ti say Ghana football ni ye ya. Coach ni kine under 17 senior yam first calcium na coach e be fan yam coach a obetumi ye chen kan ye no betwa team koda ni ye na ultimate team ya dan koda ya na ba plata ye plata ni begina so and na senior say ye for player pa akwa na 17 na 20 na unim panyimu ya obeji payo kakra atisa obe for player Abu Ubabreye Baba Panima Mama Basuni Yam Yajuma.
Madozuni Yamenta, Yana Wachia Sampa Funa, Udiani baby Alfrevi. Oh, you better okay, why? Now, with a line microphone, and when your against on Mecca, or money be dinkomo. And the Oban Wallow TV set, what team ha near Queen. Now, what na BBI come on. Near my did a day, but still, our friend our so TV so. Ye did desire am in tissue. About your dear baby Alfrevi.
Hello.
Yes, our dear baby Alfrevi.
But the first okay.
About your BTO.
Yo, also, what you said, no Katan, Frankia, almost or Madison Boston. Now, you come.
Mate, ever boat to region near home. Why? Okay. Ma me hwe na me fa ba komenu bi ne nyana yempege mu na yenko ne ade a menim give ezo bi wo so na yenko yenime me ba do dia ne baby Alfrefi.
Hello, good evening. Good evening. Mijiji, oduri kasafre jira.
Me ba cho mi jo mi ni a.
Yo, Abuja bia asana wo adi ka e ka no am play selection Ghana for coaches here no omo ye bias okobo amanti ya tebi gudi Abuja de woni se fatawi sa ku ya woni ajura na ya wonu ene woni ni wajura wonya etinye sansana woko tamali ena Haruna Idris Emani no ntian kore Kiluta u ayi u sports ayi no yele no na wo ajura gonjela yele no sonde nti anko wa na waka tiabia ni kasa kiluta woni mi pa ya friend wodudu afi wodudu aya na wachana amanwai
Matime kachelo ma me hwe na me fa foforo wa no me ba jo na twa to din ni baby afrefi Hello last caller udin ni baby afrefi the last caller anya ready zone me be kasa do the yeko give it yeko ani me for bi abi yeko
okay yeko encha ashafo nyina still our empire ya kai under 17 ancient qualifying finals ni here finals na emfanya ade echaga na fo nyina
mate maju ego
DIABY eko na ana 17 one sense no whereas akas mama kai ma se bi pa come fast you me film 26 fatne na
why 26 na uboti ba kwa na 17
that's you
na o kwa na 17 26 na ubi na kwa na 17
say makasi watch all this level be saying 26 last
26
DIABY
any you fi under 17
that's incredible.
That's a bela wa joke.
That's incredible.
Na the TV I wouldn't believe yana.
Now 26 na na hema bona wana 17.
Me. Me no kebo. No kebo. No kebo na nebo lazio. Kebo kwade na the senior na me.
Okay.
That's wa bana 20 that.
That's what the na say.
That's Nuruddin.
Nas Nuruddin.
Nas I mean nebo na 17. But sa squad no the opia ne shiny pie okebo.
Okebo. Na na okebo kwa na 2000. Na manzo ya na nimze nkra okro.
There be say maybe koye the full year okebo koye o.
Okoye bana the full year okebo ko kuya no ka obo ka kawe.
Oh DIABY. Say what is a cast one madwin ko ne be esisi ye.
Manzo di payfo ani etite mu ade be she nto mi tie ma.
DIABY ne be esisi ye DIABY in fact.
Na omu you film.
What's saying?
Na omu you film.
A boy friendly match and he can Pfizer babies. A boy friendly match man put 2 goals. They have but put 2 goals na you really
now we have been for there now
na DIABY pa asem na oka na me no that time DIABY when you
ya ko ate
mabo braze wi na yi be free say yes
Penny was say Emmanuel eki ya dankwa amenchiane mano so badu dankwa Steven Owin any abusuafo ni na nyame pa Saturday ebe ya yi no of me senti ebe ba bejamo but mon shede aja yin na ye papa na aka ba ebe ba bejamo na bibia timi ayeka mabako ku Africa ye no ma o
say
yes kwara na yi no mo de German Bundesliga bo ne bo
match bonus na wu ya fe no
koko I don't know yes
era ma pemembe na so wa we say sha u kroma no nyame be AFC
about o perfume pink na o use na friend say
in check it
na o use perfume on check it
e
say 120 be wa ba catch ni say what an agent mo ya no asanzu aguso
ada bi enya bi ntia akere be bro
o perfume na friend say
me pedi ni da bro
perfume so sorry I know I dey
say egu so say dem say go bi anu afa
era wa pe ya mo a e be say short obi awe no ye da mu nyina ase